Jungle.
Alright, so I welcome you to Monday, I welcome you to New Week, I welcome you to another exciting edition of From the Newspaper, streaming live from the premises of JC's Hotel, IBADAN. Good morning to you, wherever listening to MFM Radio and TV. This is MFM Radio and TV 97.3, where we set the agenda and project the truth. And don't forget, you can watch us live on Facebook at MFM Radio and TV, and as watching us, do well to like, comment, and share. And moreover, this program is in form of 3 segments. The first segment is the weather for 4 newspaper to you every morning, the Punch 4 newspaper to you every morning, newspaper, the Vanguard newspaper, the Guardian newspaper, and the Nigerian Tribune. Where the last segment of the show is the details to the headlines. My name is SHAQEEROH AKINYEMI. Moving on to the first segment, on 28 degrees Celsius, and at 4 p.m. is cloudy with 29 degrees Celsius. At 5 p.m. is mostly cloudy with 28 degrees Celsius, and at 6 p.m. is intermittent clouds with 27 degrees Celsius. At 7 p.m. is partly cloudy with 26 degrees Celsius, and at 8 p.m. is intermittent cloud with 25 degrees Celsius. At 9 p.m. is mostly cloudy with thunderstorms with 27 degrees Celsius, and at 10 p.m. is thunderstorms with 23 degrees Celsius. At 11 p.m. is mostly cloudy with 23 degrees Celsius. Down here is partly sunny with 30 degrees Celsius. Strategy and page 6 has the details to that story. Tinubu approves license for North Oil project, and page 3 has the details to that story.
Audio Jungle.
Kwara governor urges calm after bold strategy claims 37 lives, and page 4 and 5 has the analysis to that story. Another story on the Punch newspaper says Lagos probe Castina workers recruitment by Dangote refinery, and page 9 has the details to that story.
Audio Jungle.
₦50 billion to varsity staff. Students on hedges as NASU. SADNO rejects hearing formula, and page 3 has the details to that story. Guardian newspaper under story says budget slams 2025 budget for exceeding 338 trillion naira GDP projection. Another story on the Guardian newspaper says Mambila Royal Council honors Adesonya at daughter's wedding, in page 13 has the details to that story. Audit of JAMB, and page 5 has the details to that story. Guardian newspaper this morning says Lagos to enforce total ban on single-use plastic from July 1st. And page 5 has the details to that story. To the last newspaper on the second segment, which is Nigerian Tribune. And the latest story on Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning says, at Pope's inauguration, Tinubu says Nigeria's unity is its diversity, works in progress. And there's one reader to that story that says, meet Obi Fayemi, and page 4 has the analysis to that stories. Story on Nigerian Tribune says, despite positive microenvironment, inflation still a threat to economic stability growth. LCC high ones, and page 6 has the details to that story. Over 4 trillion naira debt. AMCON AMP steps up strategy to intensify recovery efforts. And page 6 has the details to that story.
Audio Jungle.
Governor sympathies with families of 27 victims lost in both strategy. And page 3 has the details to that story.
Audio Jungle.
Insurgencies. Bono Governor goes spiritual declares statewide fasting and prayers. And page 24 has the details to that story.
Audio Jungle.
Of slowing inflation, CBN's MPC faces fresh tax as over 90.5% of Nigeria currency circulates outside banks. And page 5 has the details to that story. Story on Nigerian Tribune says why Nigeria aviation sector's growth rooted and page 5 has the details to that story.